Hello everyone, it's Donna here and welcome to my YouTube channel if you are new. And for the people that are subscribed to my channel, welcome. And I am going to explain about my experience working in a grocery store slash everything else that they have in the store. And I'm going to explain about it because I don't work for them anymore. I do have a new job. Well, this one is actually about with Walmart. And with Walmart, there's a lot of people that probably have the same experience as I have. So, with my experience, I thought, there's some people that would, have their first few weeks or whatnot, they love it. They love this job. They are really grateful for this job or happy with this job. But this was going on for like a few weeks, maybe a few months. And then I felt some doubts about it and things were changing about the job I was working for. And of course, I was a cashier. And there were times like that you get like the rude customers, you get the nice customers, you get the snappy customers that like snap at you for no reason. And you get like just a bunch of other things that could happen. It could be anything. But the most time for me that I did not like was the grouchy people and rude people. And it was very, very stressful a lot, and there were times that I know I would have to work the next day or so, and I have that negative feeling about it, and I did not want to, go back to work, only because I know what it's like for me for the next day, and I know what would happen. I shouldn't have to feel that, but I did. And it was very stressful for me. I was always stressed about it, and I didn't want that for myself. Because mind you guys, I am 25 years old, and I don't need this stress. For someone being young, you don't want the stress to develop a lot. You want to able to save yourself from stress. So, I'm going to bring this up. Also, you want to find a job that you want to be happy with and what, makes you happy. You want something that will always be something you want to look forward to the next day or look forward to the shift day that you're going to start. And that's what you want for yourself. That's why people have degrees and you go for something you really, really want for your career. That's what you would have to do if you want it for a good place for yourself. And that's what I did. I went for something I really want. But anyway, so with Walmart, I know I've gotten some rude people. And that was the main thing. There were rude people. There were some employees, I'm not going to say names, but there were some employees that seemed to be a problem sometimes with me. And with that, the customers to me seem to throw attitudes for no reason or don't say anything when I greet them. They wouldn't say anything. There were customers that would make excuses for trying to get away with things. When it comes to alcohol, you have to ask for ID. And there would be some people that get very annoyed that have to take ID, and they're like, well, I am this age, and they would give me problems, make it more stressful for me. But in our Walmart, I know that you have to have, if there's a group of party, you have to have each ID. That's at least what we have to do. I don't know if other Walmarts are like that, but for this Walmart, you have to have IDs if they are a group of party, like a one person that's actually buying the alcohol, and then there's a couple friends or whatever that have to see ID. And we have to check them. We have to put it in the system to see if it goes through and you get approved. Because if it's not the right birthday, like if that person's underage, they're gonna get denied. So like I would have some customers that would give me problems about it and make these excuses, or like, you know, they may have left it in the car, they may not have it, but I would have to deny the whole alcohol purchase. Because, to mind you, it is policy. It is the law. Because if I broke the law and the policy, I can get arrested. If something happens to the person with anything like drunk driving, or they overdose the alcohol or something, like, it can lead right back to me. It can lead right back to me if I let them take the alcohol and they're underage or whatever. Like, it's gonna be on me because of the age. They shouldn't be drinking under 21. They should not be drinking in the first place. So that's why we have to check everybody that's there. And just for the store's safety and ourselves, most likely ourselves, because it could possibly lead to horrible times in the future for ourselves. So like I would always have few customers that would so mad, they would just, you know, flip out. And I would always say, like, if they get upset or something, I'm like, do you want me to get a management? Like, do you want to speak with somebody about it? And they're like, no. Or there'd be some that would be like, I want to speak to a management. But like, so often doesn't really, like, you don't have to get management because they just refuse to even bother with that. So they just try to, like, try to go another line. And here's the thing. If you do work for Walmart, make sure that you remember the description of them, because they may hop on another line, which is not okay because they were denied for the alcohol. So just not verify, but let management know about it, and like just do that, and just so that they are aware. But it may be harder for the next cashier because they should be following the same policy, so hoping that they do, and they do what they have to do. So that's like one of the things. And like when a customer would tell me that you didn't check that person's ID before me, because I asked the person after the person I did check for ID and put in her birthday, she had to be about like in her 20s. Like she was old enough to buy it. Like I did put it in the system and everything, and the customer after did complain and that I didn't check her ID when I did. So I asked for his ID, and that the fact that he had to complain about it to make it a problem to management, I had to talk about it, and they believed me because I wasn't breaking the policy. I was doing what I was supposed to do. So there's like customers that are like that want to get their ways and get the associate in trouble, which is very stressful with that, because there be people that are very horrible that would want to do something like that to a worker. And so there's something like that, and there would be customers that would want to try to get for the price that they want. And that's why we always, I always want to make sure that the price is right and stuff. So I want to get a CSM. I want to get somebody and ask them to verify for me or whatnot, like just for my safety, because you do it for like the price and it's not like really that price that the customer says. You lose money that way. I believe that's how you lose money for the store that needs to keep going. Like that's how you get the store to keep going, is like making sure that that is that price. And I know there'll be sometimes that the prices may be put down there and they weren't supposed to be there, because that happened to me before, and I went and checked when I had no customers, and I said, I'll turn off my light, let me go check my price, the price for this item. And seeing that it said clearance for this, say like $2, but the item is like for $7. The item was for $7, and that's why I had to double check and make sure it is correct. So I proved it that it wasn't the price she saw it for, because it said clearance and it wasn't supposed to sit there because someone must have placed it because it's not hung up the right way, or it was not put back where it belongs, or they were trying to take it off because it's not a clearance for whatever items that were clearance before. It was definitely not the books, because the books were Halloween books that are this year, and there's no way, you know, that could be clearance. It's too soon to be clearance. It would be clearance when Halloween's over, pretty much, like the day after Halloween. That would be clearance. So, then, there would be times that, a customer would get very upset and yell at me. Like, there was a time that this was one of the experiences that I ever had with 2 customers at once. And, so I was trying to, you know, do like split payments, and it was just like all messed up. It was all like confusion the way they were telling me to do this. Oh, can you do this? Or can you do it this way, this way, this way? It was just all going crazy in my head, and I couldn't figure out what was wrong, and I don't know what I'm doing. I'm like stuck. And they didn't understand that. And the reason why I got stuck is because, for one, I've explained about it in my 2 other videos that have to do with my bullying experience and what I've been through with bullying. And I do have a learning disability. And with the learning disability, with me, I know I can get confused. I can misunderstand things. I could not understand things that are explained to me. And like, I'm not good with math as much, so I would need a calculator. But like, it was just all messed up that they were yelling at me. They were being so disrespectful, and they were saying how they need to get their kids off the bus. But it's like, in my head, it's like they could have just done this before they got here. They could have got their kids off the bus and then come here or something to Walmart. And I was like trying to explain myself, because they were also saying, how can you not know how to do math? How can you not know how to work with money? They were just being very disrespectful to a cashier. And I'm crying, and I was saying, well, I shouldn't have to explain myself, but I do have a learning disability, and I have a hard time understanding things, and I do have a hard time with math. So I tried to verify a CSM, like just wave my hand up or something, because I could not put any action codes in. Even though I could have, but it would have took even longer. But I just try to get their attention, kind of. And a CSM comes over and asks me what's wrong. And I could not explain what was going on because I was so upset that I couldn't speak. So the customers were complaining about the situation. The CSM fixed it. The CSM told me to do what I had to do, which I could do because there was someone to back me up. And where I was, it was register 10, and register 10 for this Walmart, it's a cigarette, tobacco stuff. And you have to have someone there because it's 24/7, that register. So she was there. I was able to cool off, go to the bathroom and just relax, calm down and stuff. But then I thought I did calm down because I came back out and there was an ex-customer and I couldn't do it. So I just got off register for a little longer. I couldn't be on register 10. It was just a rough time for me. And there's just a bunch of other things with customers. When they are having a bad day, it should not be put on somebody else. And that's what I have issues with people. When they have a bad day, they should not be putting on people. Like, you could have your emotions, like, if something's wrong, you talk about it with somebody, but you don't disrespect somebody in front of others or in front of customers, or you don't, like, do that kind of stuff. And it's because you're hurting someone else's feelings, and I feel it shouldn't be like going on with your day after that. You just let it brush under or whatever. It shouldn't be like that, because you deserve to be able to be somewhere for a job, because you want to able go through your job and have a good day and stuff. But when someone puts you down, it hurts your day, and it always has when it's something like that happens to me. And that's what something like that happens with a customer. So now this has to do with employees. And with employees, not mentioning names, none of that. I just gonna like just talk about it, because I was, you know, really not okay with this, but there's favoritism. That's the most popular thing that is with a job, and it is not fair to have favorites with people, because you should be treating everyone equally. And if people want us to treat other people equally, or they want us to treat animals equally, or they want us to do whatever, and I would treat everything equally. I would. And I really, really would. But people don't like to do that with certain people. Like, it's not fair. Like, you shouldn't be treating others better than others, because why waste that time? And I do understand it's your career, it is your job that you're going to stick with for the rest of your life. For some people that are going to stick with it for the rest of their lives, and there are some people that will not, because they want to try to go for something that they need. And that's what I did. And there's a bunch of other things, like the way they run everything, or they may not do something about it, and we try to explain it to new people to not do this, but it still happens. And I'm just putting out there, I'm not trying to hurt anybody, I'm just putting my opinions and what I've been through. Like, there's no names mentioned, so it's not going to get me in trouble, but like, this is what I've been through, and I'm sure everyone else has, and everyone needs to hear me out and hear others out. Like, there shouldn't be favorites. They shouldn't be like yelling at people for whatever reason because someone else is having a bad day. If you're having a bad day and you are breaking down, you step off the floor. You step off the floor, because that is the best decision to make, because you don't want your anger to show to other customers. You don't want your customers to not come back. Because when you show those kind of emotions with anger and disrespect, customers are not going to come back. They're going to have the worst experience of their lives when you do things like that. And there were people that would like give me an attitude, and that hurts my feelings, and it's like, what did I do? You don't put things on me. Why are you putting it on me? You should figure it out and cool off or something, because you're putting it on somebody that doesn't deserve it. Like, I didn't like that, and I had to leave. I miss the people I work with, but I had to leave for myself and for what I really want to go for. And the job I'm at right now, I've been there for maybe 5 days. Actually, yeah, it was 5 days, because I started Monday. And I can tell you, this was the best decision in my life for a career. It is, because this is part of something I really like to do, and I enjoy it for myself, and I make others happy with this job. And I just want to ask you guys, if I'm missing anything and you want to ask me, I could able to respond through the comments. Just leave me comments. You can even leave me questioning on like advices about anything if you're working for Walmart, or like you could ask me anything. Just give me a comment on here, and I will definitely be there for you guys and answer for you and give you advices and everything. And the last thing I was doing while I was working for Walmart also is I was also a trainer. And the reason why I was a trainer, because I love helping others and make them learn new things with this job. And I was doing that. I was training new people that came in to be a cashier. So it was just a lot of experience with that, and making my heart even more fuller because I can help others, and that's what I love to do. And yeah, so if I'm missing anything like that you guys want to bring up, I'll even bring it up in the comments too. I also have some actually good things I could say about Walmart. Well, the good things are I made friends, and now that I'm not with them on the shift days, I can always make plans with them out of work, and I'm glad I can still have them part of my life. So that's one of the good things I have. And I have gotten Employee of the Month, but like, I don't know, I worked very hard for it to get there, and usually Employee of the Month shouldn't take long, but this took me almost a year to be Employee of the Month, and I was there for almost 2 years. And like, yeah, so I was not even there for 2 years now, because it would be for November for 2 years at Walmart. So I only been there for a year and almost, I don't know, but so. And if you guys also had any other ideas for my next video, leave a comment, and I could possibly pick one of those options to discover for my next video. I want to keep going, making videos when I can, but I think I'm gonna like make videos like, I think every Friday. I'm gonna make videos every Friday because I am off on the weekends for my job. So I have the night off and the weekend. So I think I'm gonna make videos every Friday night instead of every Friday morning, because I like to have time for myself and just eat breakfast and get around and take care of my animals before anything else. So, and I work after. So definitely Fridays at night, I'll be making videos like this, and give me some ideas, throw some ideas at me so I can just start. I want to be able to express my thoughts about everything, or make things happen for my YouTube channel, and I want to, like, you know, be part of YouTube. So thank you guys for watching, and don't forget, subscribe to my channel, put the notification on so you do not miss my videos on Friday nights, and like this video, share it for everyone else to see so they are discovered with me, and have a good night. Bye.